Good morning YouTubians, it's Kim. It's Ghosts. Monday, March 20th, 2023. A little bit overcast. Got sunglasses on because I've got a headache. Gonna head up to HMV in a minute, see what is out. There's a couple of titles I'm after. I do have an import and I've also got a movie sent over from Imprint Films to show you. But before I head up to town and grab myself a nice hot coffee, I want to show you a movie rental store that I just found on the coast in a place called Peacehaven. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you it. So there it is across the way. We're on the main road here. It's next to a disused store, so hopefully that's not a sign that this one will shut down soon. It's kind of in the middle of nowhere. Let's cross the road and have a look. Unfortunately, it is shut. Probably make out a few titles there. You got Horrible Bosses, £2. Little Monsters, £5. Addams Family, £3. I don't know if they're to buy or that's the rental price. I am not sure. By the look of it, they sell DVDs, Blu-rays, and they've got some games over there. They've got PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And they do have a new section on the back there. You can see Better Call Saul, Jurassic World. Very interesting. You'll have to come back when this is open. So there you go, that was a blast from the past. A video rental store in the 21st century. My mother-in-law lives just around the corner and she says this is a functioning up and running shop. You can come in and rent a film for the day or the week, I guess. So that is really nice to see. Brilliant. Okay, so on to HMV. Okay, so today I chose McDonald's as it's been quite a while. I purchased a latte whilst waiting for HMV to open and the coffee wasn't that hot despite not having to wait too long for it. I think they need to check the temperature mechanism on the machine. Coffee should be piping hot in my opinion. Very quiet in here today. Maybe there's something going on that I don't know about. And over in the window there they have the Whitney Houston biopic poster, which is a very entertaining movie. Even the wife liked it and that is rare. There isn't a great deal out today, but let's start over in the new this week section. So the first title is Season 1 of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. It's from Paramount Pictures. 10 episodes in this one. Season 2 is in the making, should be out later this year. This takes us back to the time before Captain Kirk. It's got a runtime of 525 minutes. Blu-ray is $24.99, DVD $19.99. Both have slipcovers, but there's no 4K for this one today. Next is WWE Royal Rumble 2023 from Fremantle Home Entertainment, which took place on the 28th of January this year in San Antonio, Texas, in front of an audience of 51,338 people. Blu-ray is $9.99, DVD is exactly the same price, oddly enough. Next is the regular edition of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves from Arrow. It has two cuts of the movie, total runtime 155 minutes. $17.99 for this 1991 Kevin Costner and Morgan Freeman action movie. Worth every penny. Empire of Light next, a Disney Buena Vista release from last year. This drama was directed by Sam Mendes and is 114 minutes long. I will be talking about this later as I picked it up midweek. Rocky IV on 4K now. This is the best of the franchise in my humble opinion. It is a pure popcorn flick with America versus Russia, fighting it out in the ring. This classic's from 1985, it's got a runtime 91 minutes and is yours for $19.99. Candyman on 4K next. This one's from Arrow. There are two cuts of the movie with a total runtime of 99 minutes. 18 certificate on this supernatural horror from 1992. Dare you say his name 5 times. So we have Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves again, this time on 4K. No need to go over it all again, but I will point out that HMV are asking $21.99 for this, whereas Amazon want $29.99. Bit of a saving. So next is the 4th film, Noir Classics Volume 2 from Arrow. These films include Suspect, Sleeping City, Thunder on the Hill, and Six Bridges to Cross, ranging from 1944 right through to 1955. Total runtime 351 minutes. This also includes a booklet and what looks like to be a poster, and certificates range from PG to a 12. Yours for $49.99. The 4K of Red Eye next, a psychological thriller from 2005 starring Rachel McAdams, Cillian Murphy and Brian Cox. Running time of 85 minutes and rated a 12 certificate, and this is yours for $19.99. Next is a 7-disc set of Gideon's Way, a British crime drama that was on TV from 1964 to 1966. comprising of 26 episodes, each around 50-minute mark. Available here for $64.99, but on Amazon it is £47.13, so a little bit cheaper. Over in the anime section now, we have a new title. It's Blood Sea, The Last Dark. This is a story of revenge. It's a film from 2012. It's got a runtime 106 minutes and it's rated a 15 certificate. This is yours for $14.99. Hey everybody, welcome back. So, mixed bag today. I've got a film that came out midweek. I think we all know what that's going to be. Got a movie here from Signal 1, old title. Another old title from Indicator Films. I have a German import, and I've also got a parcel from Australia as well, Imprint Films. So, let's crack on with it. Okay, first title to show you, and this was released midweek. It is Empire of Light, a Sam Mendes directed, written and produced drama. This film is set in the early 80s and it stars Olivia Colman as Hilary Small. She's the duty manager of the Empire Cinema in Margate in Kent, and she is suffering from mental health issues, and she's sleeping with a married man called Donald Ellis, played by Colin Firth, who happens to be her boss. Soon after, a much new younger guy starts working at the cinema, and Hilary turns her attentions on him and severs her emotional ties with Donald. And it's at this point she comes off her meds, which is not a good idea, take it from me. The young lad, by the way, is Stephen Murray, and it's being played by Michael Ward. You might know him from the film The Old Guard. Anyway, like I mentioned, Hilary, being off her meds, surfaces when she delivers a speech during the movie premiere of Chariots of Fire, and later in the foyer she spills the beans in a fantastic way on the affair to Donald's wife. Also stars the brilliant Toby Jones as Norman the Projectionist. I won't say any more actually, I've probably said too much already. This film has got a runtime of 1 hour 55 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So just a plain blue disc. Gotta say, I absolutely love this film, very nostalgic. If you grew up in that time frame of the 80s, then this will probably mean a lot more to you than the younger audience. I just absolutely adored the atmosphere that they captured. So that was Empire of Light. Okay, next title is Ride Lonesome. It's a western from 1959 starring Randolph Scott. This was made pretty much at the end of his career. He retired 3 years after and made just 2 more films, both of which I have in my collection. Here he's playing Ben Brigade. He's a bounty hunter who captures a murderous outlaw called Billy John. Now, Billy is being played by James Best, and you'll probably know him because he was Sheriff Roscoe in the TV show Dukes of Hazzard. Before Billy is arrested, he gets word out to his brother and fellow criminal Frank that he needs rescuing, and they plan that along the way. Frank is being played by Lee Van Cleef. So on their way to Santa Cruz for the trial, they bump into 2 more outlaws who are also after Billy because they aim to trade him in order to squash their crimes. Kind of like a trade-off, bit of an amnesty going on. One of those outlaws is called Wit, and he's being played by a very young James Coburn. They all head off, oddly enough, as one group, and along the way they encounter Native Americans who wish to trade a horse for the carriage girl that's with them called Carrie. And Carrie is being played by Karen Steele. The Native American chief who wants her is played by Boyd Stockman, who was, as well as an actor, he turned his talents to being a stuntman. Passed away now. It's got a runtime of 73 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So on the disc you have an image there from the front cover. And on the reverse of the cover you can see it's an Indicator film and they're advertising more titles. So that was Ride Lonesome. And I gotta say, I thoroughly enjoyed this. I do like a cowboy film. Next is a German import of What Happened to Monday. It's just a science fiction action thriller that sets out in the year 2043. A new law has been passed that the planet being vastly overpopulated, couples can only have 1 child. So how long before that's an actual thing then, huh? So anyway, a pregnant woman gives birth to sextuplets and then she promptly dies. So not an ideal situation. Luckily, the children's grandfather, Terence, being played by Willem Dafoe, steps up to the mark and comes up with a plan of passing them off as one person. He names each after a day of the week, and they can only go out on that day as the same person. So the world only sees them as one at a time. Monday goes out on Monday, Tuesday on Tuesday, that kind of thing. Naomi Rapace is playing all the 6 now adult children, and it is an action thriller, so you know everything's going to go wrong at one point. It also stars Glenn Close as the leader of the organisation that monitors childbirth. This is a Netflix film, so I'm really glad it's got a physical release. Good old Germany. And a big thank you as well to Bushman Blue for showing this on his channel. That's how I knew this was available. This has got a runtime of 124 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So there's a leaflet inside showing other titles available. There's an image on a disc that doesn't appear on either side of the cover, and a reversible cover with the age logo removed. So that was What Happened to Monday. Okay, next title to show you is The Pony Express. It's a western that's tied in with historic fact. Now, in case you're unaware, the Pony Express, it was the first postal service in operation through eastern and western United States. It linked the two very far apart areas. If you've seen the Kevin Costner film, The Postman, you're going to know the concept. You've got brave horse riders that would travel across the vast countryside, some 1,900 miles, taking roughly 10 days and using a relay system. And it was originally set up by three wealthy men in 1860. You had William B. Waddell, you had William Russell and Alexander Majors. And amongst their riders was William Frederick Cody, aka Buffalo Bill, who was 15 years old time of joining up, but he's being played by Charlton Heston in this. You know, our on-screen friend and fellow cowboy James Butler Hickok, aka Wild Bill Hickok, was 23 when he signed up as a stock tender. He's being played by Forrest Tucker. And this all took place when President James Buchanan was in office, but when Abraham Lincoln took over, the telegraph system was set up and the Pony Express was dismantled within, I think, 18 months. This movie is filmed in 1953, directed by Jerry Hopper. It's got a runtime of 101 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So the front cover image has been put onto the disc, and they've included a reversible cover with the Age logo removed from the back. So that was Pony Express. Last movie to show you, which was kindly sent to me from Imprint Films, is Return to Paradise. And this film gets a release on the 29th of March, so just a couple of weeks' time. It stars Vince Vaughn, Anne Heche, Joaquin Phoenix, David Conrad, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Vera Farmiga. So it's got a really good cast. Vince is John, everybody calls him Sheriff. Joaquin is Lewis, and David is Tony, and the three of them spend a vacation in Malaysia, enjoying their youth, renting a bike which gets thrown off a cliff, and taking hash. Now, John and Tony head back to New York, whereas Lewis is planning to stay behind and head on to Borneo, but he doesn't make it. Instead, he ends up in prison on drugs charges as the bike rental owner and the police officers find a discarded stash of drugs whilst looking for the thrown away bike. Now, Anne Heche's character, Beth, who's claiming to be Lewis's lawyer, travels to New York to look for John and Tony in hopes that they will return to help Lewis by sharing the blame, preventing him from facing the death sentence alone. They have just 8 days to decide. Jada is playing a reporter, it doesn't help the situation at all, and Vera is playing Kerry as Tony's fiance. This drama is from 1998, completely passing by. I had no idea this was out, which is a shame because this is an absolutely fantastic movie. Picture quality on this is crystal clear and the acting from everybody is top notch. It's got a runtime of 1 hour 52 minutes. Let's take a look inside. So as with Imprint Films, the slip box and the image on the cover are completely different. The image from the slip box has been put onto the disc. And on the reverse of the cover, you have an image of Beth, Tony, and Sheriff visiting Lewis in prison. So that was Return to Paradise, and a huge thank you to Imprint Films for sending this over for me to review. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you. So that was it. Have you seen any of those films or plan to pick them up or just want to leave a comment, then do so down below. I will read every single one and try to reply if I have the time. Give the video a thumbs up, really does help the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It's all free, why wouldn't you? On that note, all that's left to say is thank you so much for choosing my channel today and watching my video. Take care, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.